Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Axgio. This is their cloud IP camera. This is a tilt and pan 720p HD camera that will do two-way sound. It'll do tilt and pan. It will do night vision, and it is an IP camera, obviously, so it'll be wireless or wired, depending on how you want to set it up. You'll initially have to first set it up as a wired camera, and then you can go in and change the settings. So you can check this guy out on Amazon. The price at the time of this video is $69.99. I'll have a link in the description below where you guys can check this out. Pretty minimal packaging here, just says IP camera. A couple things on here, Axgio. The product name is wireless IP camera. The working voltage is 5 volts, 2 amps. And then they give you your ID and password here for the camera itself. So you've got that all set up. And obviously you'll want to go in and change your password and everything, and that's what I've already done on mine. But very minimalistic packaging here, so we're just going to open this guy up and get you started real quick just so that we can get everything going. So you will have the link to this camera in the description below if you want to go check it out. Again, you can check that out on Amazon. Axgio was nice enough to get this over to us so that we could do this for review. They give you a little quick installation guide here. The camera itself, which is full pan and tilt. So let's get that out. They do give you some mounting hardware as well. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to bump the camera there. They give you some screws so you can mount this into a wall or a ceiling. They give you an RJ45 network cable so that you can do your initial setup. You will be doing your initial setup right into your router, and then you can switch your wire. Once you're connected to the camera, you can switch it over to wireless mode, get your AP in there, and then you can put it anywhere in the house that you want. So you're going to want to hold on to that unless you have an extra one. Most of us do. So I'll put that to the side for now. And the mounting hardware, again, they've got like this set up here where you can actually mount this, to a ceiling and then have the camera be mounted, right side up or upside down, depending on how you're going to mount it. You've got several options that way. So I'm going to put this guy to the side since I won't be using that in the review. So we'll get that out of the way. You do have your normal power adapter here. This is a power adapter that will plug into the back. It is 100 to 240 volts at 50 to 60 hertz at 0.4 amps, and the output is 5 volts, 2 amps, so you're running off 5 volt, 2 amp power right here. So I'll leave this plugged in the bottom here, and then I will actually go over the camera. It's got a nice rubber soft rubber touch to it. As you can see, there's a ring of LEDs around the outside to allow it for the night mode, and that works really well. So I'll go over that here in just a second. You've got your IR, you've got your lens here, you've got a microphone, you've got a speaker as well. So you have two-way audio. If I was hooked up to my smartphone, I could actually talk into a smartphone and the sound would come out of this guy on the back here and alert whoever I was watching on the camera that I'm looking at them, or that type of thing. So you can do two-way communication with the microphone as well. If they were downstairs and they said something and you were watching the camera feed, you'll hear what comes through the camera. Nice antenna here on the back here of your wired connection here. Your power input, which I'll plug in right now because it takes a few seconds to cycle through. And then you've got an SD card slot here. I'll sport up to 32 gigabytes. This is for recording video and also taking still snapshots. You can do that as well. On the front, you've got the Axgio logo. You've got a wireless light here, your power light in the middle, and your wired. So depending on whether you're connected wired or wireless, you're going to be looking at those two sides, and then your power is also here as well. So I'm going to let this guy do its thing real quick. Right now it's cycling through its boot process. It does take about 30 seconds. As you can see, it'll test the microphone, the speaker, it'll test the tilt and the pan as you're seeing it's doing right now, and it'll search to see if we're connected wireless wired or wireless. I have already connected it wireless to my PC, but when you first set this up, you're going to want to take a look here at the device connection here. It says connect device. You're going to want to plug this guy in, RJ45, to your router, and then you're going to wait for 50 seconds, and it will the wired network status light will flash green 3 times every 3 seconds, indicating that it was connected. So this guy will flash green every 3 seconds to know that you're actually connected wired. Then you're going to want to download the app. Very simple. It's called MIPC. You can get it for iOS, Android, and you can also get it for your PC. I've tested it on my PC as well. It looks a lot better on the smartphone, to be honest. It works on the PC just as well. Windows 10 I tested it on. I did not test it on Mac. So I went there. You can also go to www.mipcm.com and download any one of these if you want to sideload the APK, if you want to get the app for the PC. Once you're set up, you can then register your account with MIPC. And you're just going to put your username and password, sign in, either let it remember your password or not, and then you can add your device. And you can actually go in, it will pick up your device on this guy. If you look at the bottom, the device is 1JF. IEGBP is the way that it's set up, and it'll find that on your network, and then you can add it, and then this is where you can connect your Wi-Fi at that point. You can enable the Wi-Fi, you can select which one you want, your hotspot, and then you can put in your password and flip it over to Wi-Fi mode. Then you don't need the connected wired anymore, and you're good to go. Again, built-in microphone. You have a press to speak so that you can actually speak from your smartphone or your PC, and it'll actually come out of the camera even if it's in another part of your house. Snapshot to take a picture, a video to record a video, day, night, and image adjustments, live mode, records to store records to store images and videos, and then your camera settings all come up on screen. So again, another 32 gigabytes, supports up to 32 gigabyte recording there. You can do motion and notifications if you wanted to have the motion detection feature on. You can do that as well. And then they give you a warranty of 12 months on this guy. And if you need to contact them, you can email them at support@axgio.com. So hold on to this guy. It's got a bunch of good information into it. So now what we have here, let me get this off my screen so that you guys aren't seeing all that craziness. Okay, what you do is I went and downloaded the MIPC app here, and I did initially hook this up to my router, had no problems setting it up on the router, picked it up pretty quickly. It took about 60 seconds, and then I launched the app, found it, and actually set up the camera as a wired device, so I didn't have to have the RJ45 cable or network cable connected all the time. So now we're just going to click on the device, and what we've got is right now I'm looking at the side here. I'm looking over at the window, and I'm tilting and panning with my touchscreen. It's kind of like flying. If you want to go up, you go down. If you want to go down, you go up. So just remember that. Very nice video on this. Does up to 720p, so you'll get 1280 by 720. I believe that's what I have it in now. If we go in here, we can check them. It is in 1280 by 720. It's got a mode selection here, auto, day or night. I leave it in auto. You can adjust the brightness, the contrast, saturation, and sharpness right from here. It'll go all the way down in resolution to 160 by 90. So you've got that. You've got your capture video and save to your card in the back. Your capture your image. If I wanted to capture an image, I just click on that, and then I'll get an image. And this is a static image right here, and I can actually download that so I can keep that if I want to. Now I've got a two here. One is your speaker, one is your microphone. So if I have my speaker on, which I don't. There we go. Now I'm getting both here. As you can see, I'm getting a loop because it's so close. So we'll turn that off. Now, this press to speak is your microphone. If you press to speak, it'll come out of the speaker in the back here. So we'll just hold it down and say a few things. And that way you can send a message to whoever you're looking at on the video itself. So that's actually pretty cool. And at the bottom, you've got live, you've got records, you've got your settings again. You can go in through here, you've got about, which is going to show you basically what your model number is, your software revision, your device ID. You can rename that in name, device admin password, you're going to want to change that. Your network, this is where you'll go in. You can either check your Ethernet or Wi-Fi network. My Wi-Fi network is set up. We're on Galaxy Tech Review, so we're good to go there. No problems getting this guy hooked up, but it'll give you a list of all the ones that are out here. Wi-Fi mode, client, you can change that to ad hoc if you want to, but obviously client is where you're going to want to be. Your password, connected or unconnected, all your primary information there, your DNS, your network mask, your gateway IP address, everything. That's all set up in there. Your OSD, display text. You can put an OSD on here if you want to. You can display the date, the time, which you see if you go back to the actual camera. Up at the top here, I've got my Wednesday, 5/18/2016, 2:01 a.m. or that's all set right there. Now I can actually go through all that, and I can actually set all of that up in here again, that type of thing, and have that all set. So if I want to set that up, I can easily do so and not have a problem. I can set it to say pretty much whatever I want it to say, that type of thing. So if I go into OSD, I can do that. I can display extra text if I want to. Change your time format and display the day and everything like that. So that's all there for you if you need to do that. Want to put an overlay on your recordings, you can do that. Your SD card, you can format that guy, you can enable it if you want. It'll tell you how much space you have. Storage device mode, this is your motion detection and IO alarm. Obviously you can turn them on and off if you want, and your sensitivity for them as well, whether they will actually snapshot or record or IO output. So you've got all that there too. A lot of really nice features on here that they all work really well. The last one I wanted to show you, we'll go back to live real quick. I want to show you how well this picks up in night mode real quick. So I'm going to turn the lights out, and you'll see just how well this guy picks up in night mode. Now it'll flash for a second as it's using the IRs to take a look. But as you can see now, it's pretty dark in here. It's not totally dark, but now you can see now that the IR is picking this up, because everything is in kind of like that black and white mode that you get. And if we move over and we pan around, it'll pick up stuff like bottles. It'll pick up any light source that it sees or reflects off the IR. It's going to pick up, and it does it pretty well. So you're going to be able to get some pretty decent definition out of this. Again, I've got it in 720p. If you want, you can go all the way down. Again, if I want to, I'll try to show you the difference, but I don't think you're going to really see it on camera. I'll go down to the lowest resolution, and I notice a difference here. I don't know if you guys are going to notice a difference, but as it gets a little bit more blurry, that type of thing, it still works very well. It still pans, tilts, does great, but you get that drop in quality there. So I like to put it on 720 because it just works. Now I can change this to night mode here and close that out. Again, you're not going to see too much difference, but overall, great picture in night and or day. The IR that picks up on the front of the camera does a really great job. So I'll turn that back up for you real quick and kind of end out the review here. Anyway, this was the review on the Axgio Shiel 720p IP camera. Again, at the time of this video, you can check this guy out for $69. It'll be on Amazon. I'll have the link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. I really like this camera for several reasons. It's got the pan and tilt, good resolution. It's not 1080p, but it works very well. Wired or wireless connection with a good connection, solid connection. These IR lights on the front do very well in illuminating night mode for you. It's got two-way audio communication, recording, everything you can pretty much want in an IP camera. They kind of packed in here. It's got a nice rubberized matte finish to it, and it works really well even on the just the scrolling and everything on the app itself. So if you know, you are looking for an IP camera and you want to, you might want to check this guy out. This guy has got a really good price and does everything in very good fashion. There was really no cons that I could find on this camera. So that's pretty much what I got for the Axgio Shiel 720p cloud camera. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you guys have any questions or comments about this guy, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.